One Piece! 行くぞ!
The term legend is not used much in One Piece, but when the term is used, we can all agree that these characters were all legendary. This includes Monkey D. Garp, the Marine Hero, and Goldie Roger, the Pirate King. Due to their countless clashes, Roger came to see Garp as much of a friend as the rest of his crew, but what if it's not because they fought with one another, but also they were literally friends. Garp joined the Marines at the age of 22 years old, but his life before that was unknown, barring the fact that we've seen a childhood photo of him. In that photo of him was him riding a tiger and holding treasure. We'll go back to it in a bit. In those 22 years of Garp's life, I believe Garp and Roger grew up together. Goldie Roger was born in Logtown and Monkey D. Garp was born in Gao Kingdom, which is also in East Blue. According to Garp, Roger grew up in difficult circumstances and developed great fear of losing his loved ones above all else. How would he know this without getting up close and personal with him? I believe they were the Luffy and Ace of their time, respected through strength and afterwards due to the D in their name. But if they are Luffy and Ace of their time, then who was the Sabo? We'll find out in this video. The first monster trio, Garp, Roger, and Rox. Hi everyone, Flying Panda. Before we begin, please click like on the video and subscribe if you haven't, and of course, join our Discord. Garp and Roger grew up together, and the trust for them was unbreakable. The friends from East Blue, training and growing strong together. When Roger knew he was fathering a child, instead of contacting his crew members and telling them about Ace, he kept that secret even to them. When Roger was about to be executed after turning himself in due to his terminal illness, he made a final request to Garp. He asked Garp to take care of his unborn child, as he did not deserve to be condemned as a criminal because of his father's crimes, something they both agreed on. You could say there was no opportunity that Roger could contact his former pirate crew. Then how you suppose he was able to find out that Portuguese D. Rouge was pregnant in the first place? Roger had 28 crew members. He could easily ask them, but no, he asked Garp. Another reason could be that with Garp, Ace would be safe from the government instead of growing up with a criminal that is wanted by the government. Well, it didn't turn out that way in the end. Garp acknowledged Roger's strength, stating that although Roger was extremely reckless, that's what made him into the Pirate King. Garp also told Dadan that although he's a Marine, he could never come to hate Roger. Back when Goldie Roger was alive, Garp managed to corner him many times, and it makes you wonder, did Garp half-heartedly try to capture Roger but more enjoy the fights? Is that hard to believe? Well, we've seen this with Garp, that when he first saw Luffy after in his lobby, he hardly put in effort to capture Luffy and his crew. He deep down knew that they'll get away, and they did. When Ace was rescued and ready to get away, Akinu did the final blow, and Garp was ready to destroy Akinu. Now going back to the childhood of Garp and Roger, could they both have grown up together and thus trained together? You could say that Roger met Garp as a pirate. Well, if that's the case, then how did they become this close and personal? According to Garp, Roger grew up in a difficult circumstance and developed great fear of losing his loved ones above all else. How would he know this without getting up close and personal with him? Who did Roger lose growing up and Garp was there to witness it all? Even maybe was there to support him? Or was it Garp who was almost killed and it was Roger who protected him, like how we saw Ace against the Blue Jam Pirates? The Blue Jam Pirates crew attempted to force Ace and Luffy to reveal the location of their stolen goods, as they can die with it, but were knocked out by Ace's sudden burst of haki, and when Blue Jam attempted to kill him, it was intercepted by Curly Dadan, the foster mother of the boys. Now on to the dreams. Roger and Garp wanted to be pirates, and this was clear with Garp when he tamed a tiger and a treasure in his arm when he was a child. Garp probably trained in the Great Terminal of Gao Kingdom because he used the same pipe as Sabo did, and even now Sabo still uses it. Someone influences Garp to instead be a marine instead of a pirate. Was this because Garp was injured by a pirate, or was it for him to be able to fight against the strongest in the world? Tashigi would like to get the named swords back from the pirates, but Garp could be more into fighting the strongest. Or was there another reason? Now on to Roger. I believe the day Roger met Rayleigh was when they started their adventure. It was most likely between the ages of 20 years old to 22 years old. The reason I mention these ages is because when Roger met Rayleigh, Rayleigh was drinking, and the national age of Japan to drink alcohol is 20 years old. The age when people are considered to be adults in Japan. Therefore Rayleigh must have been over 20 years old. But then again, Zoro has been drinking since he was 19 years old. Now, we'll talk about the final person who grew up with them, the Sabo of the group, Rox the Xebec. Just like Garp and Roger, Rox always wanted to be a pirate. There is no history of him so far in One Piece, so let's talk about his real-life counterpart. I believe the pirate that Oda got inspired from regarding Rox. Oda got inspired by Roch Brasiliano, which in English translates to Rock the Brazilian. He was a Dutch pirate born in 1630. His pirate career lasted from 1654 until his disappearance around 1671. Now already I see a slight connection. He's a Dutchman who became a pirate in Brazil. Did you know that if the One Piece characters were in real life, Luffy would be from Brazil? Is Garp related to Rox? Rox the Brazilian was a very cruel pirate. He led a mutiny. A mutiny is a criminal conspiracy among a group of people, typically a crew of a ship, to openly oppose a lawful authority to which they are subject. Now we come to the interesting point. After 1671, Rox was never seen or heard from again. He disappeared. His body was never found. Even to this date, nobody knows what became of Rox. His first mate became a captain. Well, his first mate did not become the captain of the Rox Pirates in One Piece. They all made their own crew. Big Mom Pirates, Whitebeard Pirates, Beast Pirates, and the Golden Lion Pirates, to name a few. What's more is that Rox the Xebec is also a D, just like Garp and Roger, the 3D monster trio. Rox was the captain of the Rox Pirates. He was prominent 40 years ago before the Pirate King Goldie Roger came into power. Was he the oldest of the three who set sail first before everyone else? This makes sense because we did see Ace seek out to be a pirate before Luffy did, and Luffy soon follow. But this is when the three legends were divided. Something happened, something so impactful where the three divided. This changed their dreams. Something like the truth, what the world government was hiding, made Rock's ambition change. Rock's dream was to become the king of the world, and he attacked many locations and left mass destruction in his wake to exert his domination. He was also very curious about the subjects that the world government had kept hidden, resulting in him dabbing in those subjects. He was so fearsome, it took both Roger and Monkey D. Garp working together to finally defeat him. Two of the brothers to defeat their elder brother. It could only be them. Xebec's defeat was also what caused Garp to become a legend and to be known as the hero of the Marines, showing how much of a threat that the world government considered him to be. But what the world didn't know was that these three Ds, there were no pirate, there was no Marine, and there was no Mad King, but three brothers who fought each other. In real life, after 1671, Rox was never seen or heard from again. He disappeared. His body was never found. Even to this day, nobody knows what became of Rox. If in One Piece, Rox is still alive, would it be fitting for Garp to see his brother once more and one last fight to see who is the strongest? Here ends the legend of the first monster trio, Goldie Roger, Monkey D. Garp, and Rox D. Xebec. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave comments down below. Please click like, and if you haven't, please subscribe to Flying Panda and join our Discord. I hope you all are staying safe.
Flying Panda.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind, I designed this rhyme, explaining due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as a pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away, it's so unreal. Didn't look out below. What time fly through out the window. Trying to hold on, but didn't even know. I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, even though I tried. It all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried